If you're only using pipeline stages, Calendly, and Notes for your Close.io, then you're missing out on the most powerful tool the platform has to offer, and that is custom activities. So in this video, we are going to talk about custom activities, which ones you should create within your business if you're scaling to multiple 6 and 7 figures, and how you can set everything up in a way that you're not missing out on important data. It's a tool that I use for all my clients that are making multiple 6 and 7 figures with their businesses. So I'm going to share with you the exact setup that I complete for my clients in order for them to manage leads at scale. We're talking about thousands and thousands of leads every month. So how do we keep things organized? And there are 6 custom activities that I'm going to show you how to set up and when to use within your business. Custom activities are built for businesses that want to track data in a fast and easy way, and also to have the reporting within Close.io. As you know, the reporting is a little bit limited, so using custom activities, you have now more data within Close without doing manual work or tracking leads one by one. So let's get started with custom activities. I'll share my screen. I'll show you the 6 custom activities you need to have, and by the end of this video, you should know exactly how everything works. Let's get started with this. Where do you find custom activities? Custom activities can be found over here on the settings where it says custom activities. Now you can create an activity. So let's get started with the first thing. What is a custom activity? A custom activity is a form. It is a custom action type to record a specific type of activity. Now this sounds really complicated, but in short, it is a form that you can submit to report on a certain activity. How is that looking like within Close.io? Over here, if you open a contact, you're going to notice this tab called activity. So if you select it, you're going to see a drop down with the different custom activities created. This one, for example, is a custom activity or a form that is submitted every time a lead is opting in. Why do I need to track this? Why do I care to track when a lead is opting in or when a call is booked? It's for a specific reason. You want to have as much data as possible without cluttering your CRM. So when you have thousands of leads or hundreds of leads per day, then you don't want to have 3 times John Smith because they booked 3 calls. Because the first time, the time didn't work, so he had to reschedule, and then he booked a follow-up call as well. So now you have 3 opportunities and your pipeline is fully cluttered. Because in fact, you don't care right now to close this deal. You don't care if 3 weeks ago he rescheduled a call and now he has a follow-up call. All you care about is this last opportunity that you have with your lead. So if you don't want to lose on data, custom activities make it really easy for you to track data within Close.io. And why is that? Because you can go over here and create filters. So if I go and create filters based on custom activities, I can say, hey, I want you to show me all the leads where I pitched a specific offer. I want you to show me all the leads where the objection was, I need to speak to my partner or spouse. So then you can create smart views and reach out to these leads specifically. Now, if you're not going to use the custom activities, then your next alternative would be to keep a node within Close.io. But guess what? That is not trackable within Close. And it is really hard to get your team to also remember to fill out the objections, the close confidence, and the outcome. But with forms, you make it really, really easy for them to track exactly what they need to track, to report on the objections, to report on the pricing plan, the offer that they pitched, etc. So custom activities are creating more structure within your business. They make it easier also for your team to submit the right reports. And the other part that we didn't mention is data over time. So imagine a lead gets to find out about you through a VSL, or they opted in to get a freebie. So in that scenario, if you were to put all the details on the custom fields, what you would have to do over time is to overwrite data. So that means now your team is going to see here like, oh, well, they just opted in for the freebie, but you have missed all the other details, meaning you have missed the scenarios where they opted in 2 or 3 or 4 times in the past. Whereas with custom activities, I can go right here and say, hey, I want you to show me all the custom activities and show me only the custom activities where this person has opted in. So now I can go and check all the times that someone has opted in. 6 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, then I want you to show me all the calls that they have booked. I can see it right here that they have booked so many calls with us. I mean, this is a test, right? They have booked so many calls with us, and I can see all that without cluttering my opportunities. Because imagine if I have John Smith 3 times on my pipeline. It is chaotic. I start to wonder if this is John Smith or if it's someone else, or if there are 3 John Smiths that have contacted us. So custom activities make it really easy for your team to submit this form, and they would know exactly what has happened. Now, for reporting purposes, as I showed you, you can create filters over here with custom activities, and you can see exactly all the times that someone has submitted the no-show form without, again, cluttering your opportunities and your pipelines. Then you can also create filters, and you can track on the custom activities every time a call was booked. So now you have an accurate number as to how many calls were booked, because if you are overwriting data, meaning your custom fields or your opportunities, now you're missing out important data regarding your leads. So it's not sustainable for you to manage your leads and your pipeline within Close.io. So for that reason, custom activities are great. And then you can also create workflows with custom activities. Let me show you an example. So over here, you can see a custom activity event, a lead event, an opportunity event. And when it comes to custom activities, you can select specifically if a no-show outcome is submitted, or if a call that showed up with specific objection, then you can go ahead and send them an email or an SMS. So you make it really easy for your team to perform. You have a little bit more structure, and that structure allows for more scalability. So these are the reasons why I would use custom activities, and I wouldn't use nodes. I wouldn't use hundreds of opportunities, but instead I would use this kind of structure. Now, for reporting purposes, you can also create reports within Close.io, because now you have the option to track specifically the objections. You can track everything that you have reported through custom activities, because now you can create specific views, and you can create those filters over here with, for example, smart views, this smart view right here, and then you can go and play around with the other metrics that you can create reports for. Now, you can also go within the activity comparison, and you can create more fields. You can track exactly how many custom activities were submitted for. So for example, if the call booked activity is submitted, then you know this is how many calls were booked, and you will get the accurate number. So to summarize this part, custom activities allow you to track data over time. They don't create clutter within your CRM. They make it easy for your team to report back, and it's really straightforward for everyone to complete their admin tasks. And they make it really easy for you to create more workflows or automations, or even build AI tools that would help your team to track over time what is going on within your CRM. Now, let's go into the last part. Which custom activities should you use, and which ones do I actually use for my clients? These are the custom activities that I use. The opt-in activity is a form that is submitted through an automation every time a lead is opting in. So pretty straightforward. We have some automations. For example, we use ClickFunnels, Perspective, or any other funnel builder out there. And every time a lead is opting in, we are submitting this form. We are creating the contact and submitting this form. The reason we are doing this, as I told you, is because I can create smart views and I can create reports if I want to. The next one is the lead qualification completed. So this is where we are tracking the outcome of the call, like what exactly happened. Is it bad data, bad fit, customer, do not contact, not interested, or qualified? And we also allow our team to track the date of communication and also their name. Now, Close.io has recently also launched something called call and meeting outcomes, which I'm going to explain in a moment, but pretty much instead of using this custom activity, which we were doing until now, then Close has created a way for you to track without the custom activity. So let me show you over here. This is a custom activity for SDRs and people who are doing phone calls. So over here, if I log a call, as you can see here at the top, I can select the outcome. So over here on the outcomes, I would have the exact list of outcomes, as I told you, like the bad fit, bad data, qualified, etc. So I don't necessarily need this custom activity anymore. Now let's go into the other custom activities that we are using. The call booked custom activity. This is for Calendly calls that have been booked, closing calls, or triage calls, or follow-up calls. And pretty much an automation is submitting this custom activity. Every time a call is booked, we have all these details as to the phone call, when it was scheduled for, who was the appointment setter, and all the other details. You can pause the video and check each and every one of these questions. And the next one is the call not completed. So if a call is rescheduled or canceled, we have an automation that is submitting this custom activity. Again, you can do that by just changing the status of the opportunity or just putting a note on close, but you are missing on a lot of data and also the reporting side of things. You are not really helping yourself if you're not doing it through a custom activity. So the next one is showed up outcome. Pretty much if a lead showed up, then we are asking our sales reps to submit this form at the end of the day. Now, I have created also other tools that could allow for automations to do that with AI and your note taker, but it's not something I'm going to discuss now. I'm going to shoot more videos and show you exactly how you can do that. So make sure to subscribe. And over here you have the call outcome. So it could be one of those options. You have your close confidence, you have which offer you pitched, what is the pricing plan, and which objections did you face, or if there were any additional objections. Unfortunately, you don't have the option to create required fields as far as I have used Close.io. Maybe it is the plan that my clients have. Maybe we would need to upgrade to the next one, which is $139. But for now, none of these fields are required. So we are asking the sales reps to add only the details for the fields that are relevant. And we have set up some automations so that if they set a follow-up task date, then a follow-up task will be created automatically for the specific assignee. Next, we are using the no-show outcome form, and this is for scenarios where the lead didn't show up. So in that case, we're going to submit this if we want to create a task. Now, it's not something that I always ask my team to do, but if they submit the no-show outcome form, then the status of the opportunity will be updated, the task will be created and assigned, as well as the notes for the call outcome. So that means if they communicated with the lead on WhatsApp or texting and they realize that this no-show needs to lead to another call or maybe a check-in later on, then you can add all these notes over here. So these are the 6 custom activities that we are using for our clients. They're very helpful if you want to have the reporting in place, if you want to track leads over time, and you want to track data over time without having to overwrite data. Now, custom activities may sound a little bit complicated, but they are solving problems that other CRMs are not solving. Like, for example, on Go High Level, you do not have a similar tool. You would have to submit a form that you get the link, you change tabs, etc. Whereas on Close, they are all built natively. You could sign up for Close.io with a link that I have in my description below. And if you are considering using the custom activities, then I would highly say do it, because maybe right now it seems like a little bit of admin work for you, but over time, when you have hundreds of leads, it's going to be helpful to track and report on data. And as you know, with AI, if you want to build really powerful tools, data is the key. You don't want to lose data, you don't want to overwrite data, and you don't want to have data in different locations. You want to have as much data as possible in one place. So, thank you for watching this video. If you're looking for systems for your business and you want to be part of a community where everyone is talking about systems, you have the latest news, the latest updates, and the best tips and tricks on how to use tools to help you scale your business, then you want to consider joining the Systems Mastermind, which is my private community, and you have access to me and my team, where we are going to give you feedback as to how you're using your systems. We are doing systems tear downs. We can help you with automations, and you also have group calls that you can join weekly. So consider joining with a link in the description, and remember to subscribe to my channel for more updates as we're completing this series of Close.io trainings. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.